Hello everyone, I am Nehal from WS Cube Tech, and in this video we are going to talk about what is supervised machine learning. So let's just start with a basic introduction about what is supervised learning. Now, in this supervised learning, you train the machine using the data that is well labeled. That is, some of the input data is already tagged with the correct answer. And this algorithm just learns from this label training data that helps it to predict the future outcomes. Now, as the name over here suggests that it is supervised, so this particular type of learning will take place in presence of a teacher, or you can just call it as a supervisor. So in this type of learning, we train the machine using the data that is labeled, that is, some of the data would already be labeled with the correct tag. Now, once the training phase has been completed, machine would be provided by a new data and it would be just asked to predict it. So this is all about what is supervised machine learning. Now let's just understand how does it works. Now, as I just said that in this supervised learning, we are supposed to use this label data set in order to train our model, where our model is going to learn from each of this data. And after this training phase gets over, we're going to test our model with a subset of our training data set, and it will just generate the output. Now, as you can just see this example over here, so we are having this label data set over here, and what is you are seeing over here is that we are having some flowers over here and we are providing the labels also along with this data set. So we are just saying that this particular thing is a sunflower, this is a rose, this is a lavender. And with the help of this, we are just telling our model that you just understand this thing. So during the training phase, we are just feeding our model with this label data, which will just instruct the system that what the output is related to each of the specific input value. So that is, we are just providing this input as well as the output to our model training. Now, once this training phase gets completed, the next we are going to just test our model. So as you can just see that we are just providing this test data over here, and you can just observe over here that we are not providing these labels over here. So we are just providing those data over here, and we are just asking our module that you just predict this thing. And now our module is just completely working fine, and it is just exactly just predicting that that particular yellow color is a sunflower and this purple color is a lavender over here. So basically the goal of the supervised learning is to just map the input variable, that is the x, with the output variable, that is y. Okay, so this is how the supervised learning actually works. Now moving on to next, the supervised machine learning algorithms are further classified as regression and classification. The difference between these two is the fact that the dependent attribute, that is the output variable, in case of the regression I'm talking about, is numeric. Whereas in the case of classification, the output variable is the categorical. Okay. So we have already discussed about this categorical and numeric. So I will just repeat this once again. So this numeric is nothing but in terms of digits, right? Whereas in categorical, we are going to have such classes that can be just classified, say for example, yes and no, left or right, in this way. Okay, so this is about this classification over here. Now, talking about this regression algorithm, now this regression algorithm is used where there is some kind of relationship between the dependent and independent variable in your data set. So we make use of this regression algorithms when the output variable is having a continuous type of value. Such as, if I just give you the example over here, is that suppose that you just want to figure out someone's salary or someone's weight over here, or you want to just know the weather forecasting report over here, or you want to know about this market trend. So you are seeing that we are having some continuous values over here. So these are nothing but these are the examples of this regression algorithms over here. So the regression algorithms, you can just see over here are some of this. I am just most of the popular ones I have just listed down over here, and we are just going to understand these things in detail in our further coming tutorials over here. So first one is the linear regression. Then we are having this polynomial regression. Then we are having regression trees, and there are many more such regression algorithms. But some of the popular ones I have just listed down over here. Now, talking about this classification algorithm, so basically, this classification algorithms are used when the output variable is a categorical. okay, which simply means that there would be some two classes, and the examples over here I can just give that with respect to this gender, it can be just male or female, or it can be black or white, or it can be day or night, in or out. So these are nothing but these are some of the examples that I have given you about these two classes over here. So such type of problems, when we just want to deal with such type of problems, we go for this classification algorithms over here. Now, if the algorithm tries to just label input into two distinguished classes, okay, so that is basically called as the binary classification, okay. And if it is more than two, okay, that is selecting between more than two classes, we generally refer to it as multi-class classification over here, okay. And the most popular the classification algorithms are over here that I have listed down over here is that random forest, then we have decision trees, logistic regression, then we have support vector machines, and we are just going to understand this all algorithms practically in our further coming tutorials. For now, just let's move on and we just talk about the advantages of this supervised learning. So, as the first point just says that you have full control over what the machine is learning. So, since it's you who is going to train your model with the help of this label data set, so it's you who knows everything that what is your model is going to learn, right? So, this is one of the advantages of supervised learning. Moving on to next, it says that you can easily just test and debug your model. So since you provide this algorithm with the label data, so you can easily figure out like what the output is gonna give, and you can even find out the errors if it is just making. So you just debug your model as per your need, because it's you who is gonna train your model. The third advantages of supervised learning is that you can determine the number of classes. Yes, because see, you can even determine the number of classes you wish to have over here, because it's you who are training your model. So you can just specify like how many classes you want to have in order to just train your module. And along with this, you will also have an exact idea about how many classes you have just included in your trainings data set over here. So these are the advantages of using supervised learning over here. Now, talking about the disadvantages of supervised learning is that the first one says that it has limited scope. So yes, supervised learning is limited in variety of aspects. So it can't just work well with the complex tasks in machine learning. And for that, we need to just go with some another algorithms over here. Then talking about the second disadvantage over here is that collecting this labeled data set is highly expensive and it is quite time consuming thing over here. So yes, we don't find any this labeled data set that easily. Moreover to this, we cannot always give lot of data with supervisor. Okay, we want our machine to learn by itself from the data that we provide it. Okay, so we won't be there every time that we are just providing each and everything to our model. Our model should be that capable that it should just figure out and it should just learn by itself. And talking about this label data set, so it is very hard to find over here. And even if you just find, so you need to just pay some cost in order to just get such type of data set over here. Then the third, that is the very important, that is the cons of this using this supervised learning over here is about the wrong prediction. Now, in what way? Now, let's say that you are just in the training phase doesn't include some of the classes, okay? And when a test data that is given during the testing phase that doesn't belong to the any class, so you might not get the right class label at this stage, okay? So you will just get the wrong output in this scenario, okay, because you are just training the machine with whatever the labels you are giving it, it is just uh, able to understand only those things. Apart from that, it will just give you the wrong predictions over here. Now, talking about this conclusion over here, so in this today's video what we studied is that in supervised learning you train the machine using the data which is well labeled. So the examples that I can just give you over here is about this spam filtering over here, which is one of the best example that I can give. Now, what happens basically in spam filtering is that uh, when I just say that now this Gmail is using this machine learning. Okay, so it is just making use of this supervised learning. Now, what it basically does over here is that suppose that in a particular mail there comes such words like lottery, win lottery or something like this, this words come. So what it does, that depending upon that label, okay, it will just put that particular mail into the spam box, okay, and all the other mails which is not having such kind of words, it will just put it into your inbox. So what is this? This is nothing but this is a supervised learning, that we are giving a label over here, that was some such so and so such words come, so you just put this in this particular category, and whenever you are getting some another, so you put it into that another category. So this is the best example that I can give you over here about this supervised learning, that is the spam filtering over here. Then we studied about this regression and classification are the two types of supervised machine learning over here. And we just talked that what is the difference between the regression and classification. That the difference is that in with respect to this regression over here, the output variable is going to be numeric, whereas in case of this classification, the output variable is going to be categorical over here. And the biggest challenge in using the supervised learning is that if your training set doesn't have examples that you just want to have in a class, it will definitely give you inaccurate results. That is the biggest disadvantage of using this supervised learning over here. So I hope that you have understood with this thing. In our further coming tutorials, we are going to study all of these algorithms one by one in depth. Thanks for watching.